properly?
Don't see anything on stream yet. Might be the delay.
Yeah. Oh, my number 9.
Oh, is that there then?
Yes.
Okay.
The game that made the internet realize apparently it doesn't like Rule 63.
Yeah, I don't want no fucking girl robots. You kidding me? I only want men. Manly men. Look at that. That is look at that face. That is pure testosterone. That motherfucker springs a leak. That's not oil. that's just pure tea coming out of there.
So this is one of those games that, like, people performatively hate the hell out of it. But I honestly don't think it's that bad.
Yeah, from what I saw of it, it looked just a little bleh.
You know, instead of picking up enemy weapons when you beat them, you just pick up human growth hormone. And you just hit the bench afterward, bro.
I think you're thinking of Cho Aniki.
Shit, I would love a fucking Shoaniki game that played like Mega Man.
Yeah, nice.
Cho Aniki, the movie with Raul Julia.
Oh, that reminds me. I have to get the Langrisser remakes at some point to see if the Shoaniki level carried over.
I guess my issue with this game is it looks extremely Unity game.
Fair.
Professor. Back.
And it wouldn't be as frustrating if you couldn't like squint and see more the kind of game it should look like, you know?
Yep.
I almost feel like you could take these same assets and just like light them better.
Oh, probably.
I mean, Inti Creates took the mighty number 9 characters and put them into like a 8-bit style game, and it was actually really good.
Oh,
Mighty Gunvolt is actually a solid game.
Yeah, Gunvolt is fun, and also Mighty Gunvolt, which is like the 8-bit one, is also very nice.
But, like, this isn't a great looking game, but it doesn't look awful.
yeah.
Once again, the president has declared a countrywide state of
It is weird that they
emergency.
didn't go for the like retro 8-bit style with
This
it, which I
based
think
on reports of haywire robots
I think honestly if they had
rampaging
just
out of
done that and
control
changed
in
nothing
all
else, they would have
50
like
states.
really had a hit in their hands.
I'm being told we have a comment.
Yeah, it's
from
another
Roland
case of
Lamb,
like,
CEO of
if
Cherry
game
Dynamics.
dev costs are skyrocketing, stop making such expensive, ugly assets. Looking at you,
Either-
Capcom, ironically.
I would say either go for an 8-bit aesthetic or go for like the cell shaded textures that Mega Man Legends had.
Yeah.
That would have been really good.
If it were me, I'd try to like do the Arc Systems things, but with 8-bit Mega Man sprites. Wouldn't that be amazing?
Yeah, I mean there was that one game, Hardcore's Uprising.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
It was a Contra game that ArcSys did, and like the graphics had that animation style.
Oh, neat.
So it was like a Contra game, but everyone moved like a Guilty Gear character.
I needed that.
That's another reason I was so disappointed by Camp Fighters 14 is after like they spent 2 games and all those resources making those sometimes gorgeous, sometimes hit or miss rotoscoped 3D deals, that they didn't just like try and do 3D in the style of their old Neo Geo sprites. Instead, it was just 3D in the style of a pre-rendered Tekken cutscene.
Yeah, but like PlayStation 1 era Tekken.
Yeah. The Kazuya doing the smile one.
Or like, oh, get a load of Nina Williams with their like spaghetti hair.
Yeah.
Or like King in front of the orphanage trying to smile, but his mask just makes him look like a pervert.
Anyway, yeah, this game here. I'm doing my best to show it off. It's kind of hard to do in this tutorial area. There's this little mechanic of you weaken something up and then dash into it to do this little like mini stealing of his power thing.
That's more like it. Bring it on.
I do like that aspect of it.
Yeah, so like that one is a piercing shot that I have for like, I don't know, what is it, like 3 seconds? 5? which was like the one change is made for Mega Man. Everybody was like complaining about that. It's like you can't change one thing.
If anything, I think its problem is that it didn't change more things. It's got kind of like the Freedom Planet problem for me, where as much as I like these old games, I kind of want to see people do their own thing, even if it's in the same kind of vague genre.
Here we go.
Yep.
But when you're like naming the characters like Dr. White and stuff, that's very to me.
That's more like it.
Right. And it's like even if this had like the original, some of like the original Mega Man team working on it, like
Here we go.
it still comes across as like a hokey ripoff.
Mm.
Here we go.
That's why like Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, like yes, I know the fucking director, musician, and artist for Castlevania all worked on it, but like couldn't they come up with a better title than that?
Quantum Conundrum also comes to mind.
So here's the thing that blows my mind about Bloodstained, right? It's basically Castlevania with this like stained glass theme. And
I haven't.
Although on the other hand, I guess I kind of understand why they would name it like that. So
What
it's
was
like
that?
the marks will give them Kickstarter money
Mm.
because people fear what they don't understand, and new video games happens to be one of those things.
it is a very well received game, at least. Like people had no problem with that. I guess this was just kind of like the one they needed to get out of the way to get their sea leg with this sort of visual style.
And it's so weird that like the actual developer of this game, NT Creates, like they've made Mega Man games before.
Oh yeah,
It's like,
they did 9, which was excellent.
Oh.
yeah, they did 9, 10. They did like the Zero games on Game Boy Advance. They did ZX. They did Gunvolt, which is not actually a Mega Man game, but it might as well be.
Yeah,
These
like,
animations are honestly good and have personality. It makes me wonder again if it's really just the lighting is
Yeah.
very unflattering.
I think so.
That's usually how it is, yeah.
And the other thing, which I'm going to, I think, just load my actual game to show off here, rather than play through it for that long, is
All
I
right,
really like.
quit your lollygagging. It's
Quite sincerely.
Attention.
Yeah, okay.
Return
Whoa,
to
that's a
the
big boy.
And it's not roll.
Yep.
No, it's Beck and Call,
Oh yeah.
as opposed to Rock
go
and
ahead
Roll.
choose your next.
Ah,
But where's the latest release off? I've got like 2 levels left. I think this is it.
You all set. You all.
But in this one, instead of like killing the bosses to get their powers, you just like smack them on the head so that they stop being evil, and then they are friends.
Oh,
And
I do kind of like that.
and then like when you get to the level that has the weak point in it, there's a point halfway through where the boss who you got that weapon from shows up to like help out and just like picks out some hazards for you, which is kind of adorable. I like really sincerely like that.
It's a little less uncomfortable than like around X or so. I don't remember the lore very well, but like you start realizing that it's like, oh, all these robots were like built as like service workers, except they're clearly intelligent, and then they're like, maybe we don't want to be robo slaves anymore, and it's like, oh, are we a cop?
Yep.
Yeah, and then the Zero series is like, oh, Dr. Light and Dr. Wily were in an arms race to build the best robot, and they destroyed Earth's resources doing so. And now the world is over.
Oh,
Also, I don't like the voice acting in this, but I like that we have the bosses like also showing up their own levels early on to mess with you.
I do generally like that. I thought they overdid it to the point of being comical in Diablo 3.
Yeah. Well, like Diablo 3
Where you
full
have
plot is
like
good.
Asmodan being like every 5 seconds he appears in like a hell portal and it was like, ha ha ha, just reminding you I'm evil.
Yep. Well, like,
Like they did it to the point I thought they were going to make a joke out of it
Yeah.
at one point, but they never did.
well, Diablo 3's whole plot is like so predictable that it's like my character has to be in on it, right? Like, like I'm intentionally bringing Diablo back to life just because like I missed out on getting a chance to kill him. Except for the barbarian, apparently.
That's more like it.
Have you heard the story behind the twist ending to Diablo 1?
No.
So you know how Diablo 1 ends
Yep.
with you like jabbing the soul stone suddenly into your own head
Yep.
and becoming the new Diablo.
Oh, right. They had the movie filed already and then wrote the story around it, right?
Yes, they commissioned the renders or whatever and they got it back and apparently that was improvisation on artist's part and they were like, I guess this is lore now. Which is just very funny to me.
Don't count your atoms before they're smashed, Sonda. Look, he's been spotted.
Secret team of the night, by the way. Attack helicopter. So what actual, like, weapons do I have? Oh, right. They're, like, oh, they're on the left shoulder. Okay, right.
So wait, so like Diablo 1, it's like, okay, there's this primeval, we gotta destroy it. So you go destroy it. And then like Diablo 2, you're like, it's back, but we know how to like destroy it now. You gotta like literally go into hell and like smash his soul into fragments.
Yep.
And all his brothers too. And so you go and do that. And then Diablo 3, it just kind of didn't work. And I don't remember them ever sufficiently explaining
It did
that.
work, is the thing. So it's like they, actually change your lookup for all various powers here. And I'm forgetting the controls and also playing sloppy. Go home and be a family man.
Go ahead and choose your next.
Yeah,
But
okay.
like, I know that Tyrael like destroyed the World Stone at the end of
Which was their set of
2
plot.
expansion.
Yes. So I actually do remember this distinctly. Here's what it is. It's not that it didn't take. You totally did for real kill all 3 of the prime evils. But then there's the lesser evils that you've only killed 2 of. So we should probably like put them in a Soul Stones too and smash them, and then everything's gone. And so I made this special one, which also kind of revived the ones who were already permanently dead, and also shoved them in here. So let's just cram as many demons as we can into this one rock. By the way, it's kind of like starting to crack and glow.